Jim Martinez with Fight Hub TV. I'm here with Brandon Schaub. Brandon,
What's up, man?
Weigh-in just completed. How do both fights look to you?
I mean, Logan Paul looks in phenomenal shape, you know. But I expect him to be in this shape. But Floyd Mayweather looked great too. You know, I thought maybe he would kind of coast it, not look as good. But he looked, heaviest he's ever been. But he looks good, man.
I believe Logan Paul's size would be a huge factor coming into his fight because Mayweather said
at this level, at Floyd's level, anybody who knows boxing, boxing. You've been hanging around long enough. Logan coming 300 pounds shredded muscle. Weight's really not a big deal here. Floyd's so technical. He's been around the block so many times. Everyone wants to use that narrative. I don't see it unless Logan just does accidentally land one. Then his size could play a factor, but I don't think so.
So you're saying experience is going to be the huge factor in this?
The greatest of all time. You're talking about the greatest of all time. A guy with 2 fights. It's boxing, dude. We might as well watch Logan Paul do freaking open heart surgery. It's crazy, but I love it. I love it.
So you're with all 4 of these exhibition matches, and because this year's been all about exhibition matches, you're with all this.
I am to a certain extent.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, one of the things, with like Chad Ochocinco, who's never fought, he's fighting a guy with some bare knuckle experience. I think, the Logan thing makes sense. When you get the other celebrities, it's not a game, man. You got to respect the sport. So I think Chad might be a little in over his head. You'll find out tomorrow. I think he's the first fight in the pay-per-view. So, as Snoop Dogg, I can't believe I'm quoting Snoop Dogg. You can't play fight, and these guys are going to learn the hard way.
Well, we saw what happened to Nate Robinson, right?
Apparently people didn't learn, so we'll see.
Maybe the attraction, the money's what catching everybody's attention at the moment.
I don't know how much Ochocinco's making, but God bless him. Who's getting paid?
I haven't even found out. I don't have no clue just yet. If you don't know, I don't know. You've been in combat sports. Let's just say you were in Logan Paul's corner right now. What would you tell him? It's an exhibition match.
Don't try and box him. Don't sit back and try to pick your shots. That's not happening. You don't have the experience. Caution the wind. Backyard brawl. Let it fly. If you get caught, you get caught. But the longer it goes, the worse it is for you. Try and land one, and just come out the gates hot, man. You got 2 rounds to get it done.
So 2 rounds.
Go all out. After that, Floyd downloads the data like you do with Conor, like you do with Canelo, like he's Maidana and all these guys, these world champions. Once he gets your movement, it's going to be trouble.
A couple of days ago, we just saw the face of a Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul. What do you think of that fight?
That's
I agree with you.
That's a fight. To me, that fight, how bad does Woodley still want to do this? I think that's the biggest factor. Jake Paul can box, man. That kid's dangerous. So if Woodley's mentally, there and wants to compete, you got a good fight. If not, it could be a rough night for Woodley.
Woodley's 0-4 in his last 4 fights, but he hasn't just lost against any fighters, any Disney fighters, how he says. He's fought against top fighters in the UFC. Do you believe he has that edge over Jake Paul?
Yeah, I think experience would be big for Woodley, but also you got to remember 3 of those 4 losses are to grapplers. He lost grappling, he didn't lose striking. He lost his last fight against Vicente Luque in a striking match. He just got caught. It's MMA. He landed a big shot and then got caught. So if that same Woodley comes out and he wants to fight, you're going to get a really good fight.
Love to hear what you think about these upcoming boxing matches that are a few months away. First one, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Trilogy. What do you think of that fight? Do you believe it's going to be like the second one?
No. I actually think it's good for boxing. I think it's good for the heavyweight division. I think it only, as much as I would love to see Joshua and Fury, and that's the fight, if Wilder can pull this off, it just makes, kind of the heavyweight kind of 4 horsemen. It makes it much more fun. So I think Wilder can do it, man. I wouldn't count Wilder out.
Not just yet.
And Fury's my favorite fighter, but Wilder's a monster, man. He's a monster. And with the new Cam, who knows?
You seen him in Cam? You seen those training videos he's been posting?
He
looks different.
He looks
one thing that catches my attention is how he's just moving differently now.
Agree. So hopefully it's a better version of Wilder. But Wilder, has that God-given right hand. That lands on Fury, man. It's going to be fun. Last question.
Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence. Probably the biggest fight of this year so far. What do you think of that fight?
I like it. Definitely favorite Errol Spence that fight. Just an older Manny Pacquiao. But still, even an older Manny Pacquiao, and he saw what he did against Keith Thurman, who's no punk. So Manny Pacquiao's damn good, man. But Errol Spence, You know, he's not my pound for pound number one. Canelo is, but Spence needs to fight guys. You gotta fight better guys. So he's getting there though. Manny Pacquiao's a step in the right direction.
Canelo's your pound for pound in your list right now. Caleb Plant, that's in the talks, coming here in September. How would you see that fight going? Because, you know, both are very skilled fighters.
Tough fighters. Caleb Plant fancies himself a power striker. If you're going to trade power for power with Canelo, you're going to get knocked out. Tough night in the office for Caleb Plant.
Brendan Schaub, thank
and
you so much.
I love Caleb Plant. I want that on.
He was just here.
I saw him. We talked. He's a great guy. Canelo's a monster.
Brendan Schaub, thank you so much for speaking with Fight Hub TV.
Yeah, thanks,
thank you
man.
so much.